Hi, I am so glad to meet you in the program of 3-Point Medics program. So, we have been learning on prothrombin. So, we have seen the causes of prothrombin, especially causes for prolonged prothrombin. 5 causes have been already enumerated in last session. Today, we are going to encounter few causes which can artificially prolong prothrombin. So, in the absence of significant diseases which lead to prolonged prothrombin, there are few causes you have to think. 1. You have to remember one mnemonic PFI. PFI means Popular Front of India. One moment is there, Popular Front of India. So, that I stands for increase. So, if there is any artificial increased prothrombin, so now you are suspecting any disease, but unfortunately the report came as INR 1.5 or 1.6, then you can think of some 2 important artificial causes for prolonged prothrombin. The mnemonic could be PFI. I stands for increase. Okay, the P one cause, F another cause. What is P? If patient has polycythemia, I mean hematocrit more than 55%, that can prolong your prothrombin. So, what is the mechanism behind this prolonged prothrombin in the case of polycythemia? When you have hematocrit 60% or 65%, I mean hemoglobin is around 20%. So, what happens when you draw the sample? So, most of the part of the sample will be occupied by our cells, red blood cells, hematocrit. So, their plasma volume would be less. So, any patient who has polycythemia, their sample would have high red blood cells. On the other hand, the plasma volume would be lesser in the reported sample. So, since there is lesser volume of plasma, you will have lesser quantity of clotting factor, which will prolong your prothrombin artificially. So, how to counteract this one? So, you have to reduce the added citrate in the concerned sample. So, you have to match that decreased volume by which you can avoid that error. So, P we have finished. Another one is F. So, if patient is on fasting, I mean if patient sample is taken in fasting state, there have been many reports that fasting can deplete, prolonged fasting can deplete your normal clotting factors in the sample, resulting in prolonged prothrombin. So, prolonged prothrombin in the absence of significant diseases, you have to think of one, polycythemia, and second one, whether sample has been taken in fasting state or not. And number 2, there are few causes for shortened prothrombin. So, I have seen only one patient of shortened prothrombin, I mean INR somewhere around 0.4. At the time I couldn't believe it. So, I told my lab person to repeat it. So, many times it has been repeated, it shows 0.4, then I left it out. Now, I have learned that there are 3 important causes for shortened prothrombin. What is the code word for that? Our beloved IPL cricket team, CSKD. Here CSK means Dhoni, so that's why I put the name, put the letter D. Okay, here D means decrease. CSK dash D, D means decrease. What are the causes for decreased prothrombin? CSK. C here mentions cholesterol. When you have hypercholesteremia or hypertriglyceridemia, there will be associated increase in fibrinogen and even factor 7, which may result in shortened prothrombin. And second one, S for storage. After drawing the sample taken for prothrombin should be stored in room temperature, but it should be less than 24 hours. Or if you store at the 4 degrees Celsius, if there is a prolonged cold storage, it has been found that there would be activation of factor 7 resulting in shortened prothrombin time. K. K stands for vitamin K. Suppose if you take vitamin K rich food, something like daily if you take green leafy vegetables, or sometimes vitamin K supplements. See, most of the calcium preparation now it has been combined with vitamin K for bone metabolism. So, when you take vitamin K supplements, then what happen? You will have shortened prothrombin time. Point number 3. So, prothrombin time, when you don't do it alone, because very rarely when you take vitamin K antagonist, you will have increased prothrombin time. Otherwise, prothrombin time should be taken along with APTT. So, when you do PT and APTT, probably that may help diagnose various medical conditions. Thank you.